So, how's it, guys? It's midweek news year, I guess. And we can remember if we can remember back to Sunday's video, or if you guys have watched it already anywhere else. Battlefield V is out, and they're still calling it that. And it's gonna be like World War II-ish or whatever as a quick catch up. Long story short, EA's been paying attention, and they've noticed that loot boxes and Battlefront 2 didn't go so well. So yeah, they rethinking their things and all that other nonsense. So they're gonna be implementing loot boxes differently in Battlefield 5, but I guess it's the same as all the other Battlefields because it's just cosmetic only, just about just skins. Or at least that's what they say. People are worried about how this ties into like progression and stuff, but I don't know. Battlefield's always been about kill X amount of people with X gun, and you unlock the new variant of it. So it'll be pretty weird if they change that formula, as you know, as that's what the fans are expecting and accustomed to. Another thing is, this is all what's it called, research by Mr. Jason Schreider, as he mentions it himself 5 million times, that him and his contacts and all the I's. Yeah, he just talks about it over and over again, and he goes in saying, hey, yeah, they're worried about this. Hey, they don't want to put in loot boxes that are progression based pay to win systems and stuff because they don't want those labels attached to their game and things. If you've been following this loot box fiasco for like the past, I don't know, like 6 months or whatever, or 10 years, you'd know that this doesn't always go so well. I mean, with people like Chris Lee in the United States and stuff, and China banning, or not banning, but implementing the odds required for loot boxes in China, Apple putting requirements for the odds and stuff. You can see that steps are being taken, and I think now that the government is encroaching in on the situation in different countries, as well as the fact that the ESRB was recently forced to put on a label. They've created a website. All of us know that it's not really the best label and things, but it is steps being taken to get, like, the ball is rolling. But with the implementation of loot boxes in cosmetics, it doesn't always pan out well. We could see this with Destiny 2, where it was cosmetics only, but it was tied to progression. You could only get the stuff if, like, and half the loot of the game was in the loot boxes. So you'd have to keep playing and keep playing and keep playing repetitive activities that weren't rewarding to eventually, after like one day of play, get one reward, and so on and so forth. So there's bad implementation of cosmetic only. But we'll see what happens with Battlefield V. Talking about loot boxes and stuff, Activision's in a bit of trouble. They're 4.4 billion in debt, but this is better because last year they were 5 point something. So yeah, they're getting there. The thing is, it's a little bit worrying since, you know, they're gonna want to pump out more loot boxes to get that debt low or whatever, because that's where every company is getting the majority of their earnings from, if you look at any of the reports. The really worrying thing is that they're worried, and I think that's where the concern comes in. I'll link the article down below. It's not really the biggest read, but yeah, you can go for that. So The Division is 2 years old, and it's about time for a sequel. The real thing is now whether or not they're making a sequel, they're making expansions. Recently they put up a post for 25 new jobs, some high positions and stuff, not all like bottom level artists. So we are wondering as a community, is this going to be a sequel or is this going to be expansions? The reason this is questionable is because Ubisoft previously, historically, have always gone the expansion route, but it's also been 2 years and they're not looking to release it anytime soon. So the reason we're also wondering is because just recently, I think like in the past month or so, like February or so, they said that, hey, no, we're not going to be focusing on pumping out new games. We're going to focus on the longevity of our games. We're going to go put in effort, like Rainbow Six and For Honor. They've seen this now with Assassin's Creed, that they'd rather go with quality over quantity. So we need to see how this pans out. But yeah, expect some new news on The Division soon. So let's get into some Sony and PlayStation Plus news. I'm sure as everyone knows that this month's offering is pretty good. I think they've got Bloodborne and Ratchet and Clank and a bunch of other smaller games. And then they've got Claire, I think Extended Cut and The Legend of Kay and things like that. Long story short, there's 6 games, right? The weird thing is now with the same announcement, they've also released an email saying that from March 2019, so in a year's time, a whole 12 months, they're no longer going to be supporting the PS3 and PS Vita with PlayStation Plus. This is kind of good and bad news because they're not giving us all the information, or if they are, this is pretty sad because it goes from 6 games to 2, because then they're going to continue supporting the PS4, and then this is pretty weird. Because now you're going to be paying the same amount or more, presumably, if they increase or bump up the price, and you're going to be getting less of an offering. I guess, yes, at the end of the day, it is more about having the ability to play online and things like that. But it also, for the people that have PS3s and Vitas and stuff, they're losing out on opportunity. Is this the official end of the PS3 and the Vita? I don't really know. I mean, with things like the Switch and stuff coming up, and maybe they're working on creating a new portable device, they need to wean people off all the old stuff. Who really knows? But I think that's going to be me for the news today, guys. Sorry I was rambling in the beginning. I kind of was lost, and this Fortnite stuff was super distracting. But anyways, thanks a lot for watching. Bye, guys.